Today's case, Kristen Modafferi. Location, San Francisco. Year, 1997. Case, unsolved. Kristen had decided to attend a summer photography course at the University of California at Berkeley. She arrived in San Francisco, California on June 1, 1997, the day of her 18th birthday. She had found a room at a house on Jane Avenue in Oakland, where she would stay with four male roommates. She also found employment at Spinelli's coffee shop on weekdays. She was due to start her photography course the day after she vanished. Kristen was last seen at the Crocker Galleria Mall in San Francisco, California on June 23, 1997. She worked through her shift at Spinelli's coffee shop from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. However, her colleagues saw her 45 minutes later on the second floor of the Galleria. She was in the company of an unidentified blonde woman, who has never been located. On June 24, Kristen failed to show up for her photography course as planned. She had not returned home the previous night, but her roommates had not been overly concerned. When her father left a voicemail on the house's landline several days later, one of her roommates called back to explain that they hadn't seen Kristen since June 23. Her parents subsequently arrived in San Francisco, June 27, and reported her missing to the Oakland Police Department. Police began searching for Kristen on Monday, June 30. They used bloodhounds to trace her scent, which led them to the Geary Street No. 38 bus stop outside the Crocker Galleria and at Sutro Park Beach. When Kristen's belongings were searched, a newspaper advert from the Bay Guardian was found. It read as follows: "Friends, females seeking friends to share activities, who enjoy music, photography, working out, walks, coffee, or simply the beach, exploring the Bay Area. Interested? Call me." The newspaper's records from June 1997 have since been destroyed, so it is unclear if Kristen had placed this advert or if she was responding to it. An anonymous caller contacted KGO-TV, the ABC affiliate in San Francisco, on July 10, claiming to know who Etta Buxted and NXRD Kristen. When police contacted these women, they explained that the call was probably made by a man called John Onuma. He had allegedly been harassing the women because they planned to fire his girlfriend, Jill Lampo. Another woman later came forward to police and told them that Onuma had threatened to kill her, then told her, "Now you know what happened to Kristen Modafferi." 3 more women also claimed to have been sexually assaulted by Onuma. When Onuma's house was searched, authorities found that Lampo's journal was missing pages from the time Modafferi vanished in June 1997. However, it is unclear whether or not Onuma and Lampo are actually involved in Kristen's disappearance. Neither of them has ever been charged due to a lack of evidence. Robert Durst was initially also investigated in relation to Kristen's disappearance. He is the primary suspect in the disappearance of his wife, Kathleen Durst, who vanished in 1982. However, authorities no longer believe Durst was responsible for Kristen's disappearance. There were no federal or state funds available to assist in the search for Kristen, as she was considered an adult. She was considered ineligible for funding from the NCMEC for the same reason. The Kristen Foundation was started in 1999 by Joan Petrusky with the goal of assisting the families of missing adults. It hopes to raise funds for families like Kristen so that they do not have to take on the burden of doing so themselves.